Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Azkiya Nadia Fasya. I'm a student from class 3 at State Islami University Sunan Gunung Jati, Bandung. So in this video, I will explain skill 3, skill 4, and skill 5 as part of my English midterm assignment. I hope this video can help you understand the material currently. So I enjoy watching. Skill 3. State detailed question correctly. State detailed question asks about one piece of information in the passage rather than the passage as a whole. The answers to this question are generally given in order in the passage, and the correct answer is often a restatement of what is given in the passage. This means that the correct answer often expresses the same idea as what is written in the passage, but the words are not exactly the same. The questions that distinguish a detail are generally multiple choice questions. On the computer test, there may also be a type of state detail question that asks you to click on appropriate drawing, look at multiple choice example from the paper TOEFL test, then ask about a state detail from the passage. So, example from the passage TOEFL test. The passage Williamsburg is a history city in Virginia that was settled by English colonists in 193, 26 years after the first permanent English colony in America was settled at Jamestown. In the beginning, the colony at Williamsburg was named Middle Plantation because of its location in the middle of a peninsula between five rivers, the York and the James. The site for Williamsburg had been selected by colonists because the soil drainage was better there than at the Jamestown location, and there were fewer mosquitoes. The question. The passage indicates that Jamestown A was settled in 193. B was settled 26 years after Williamsburg. C was the first permanent English colony in America. D was originally named Middle Plantation. So my answer is C. Why C? Because kalimat kunci di teks tersebut adalah Williamsburg is a history city in Virginia that was settled by English colonialists in 193, 26 years after the first permanent English colony in America was settled in Jamestown. Artinya, Williamsburg itu didirikan pada tahun 1633. Nah, itu terjadi sekitar 26 tahun setelah si Jamestown, dan Jamestown itu adalah koloni Inggris permanen pada pertama di Amerika. Nah, kenapa jawabannya C? Karena kalau misalnya jawabannya A, kan pertanyaannya the passage indicates the Jamestown. Kalau misalnya A, artinya itu adalah tahun 1633 adalah tahun Williamsburg, bukan Jamestown. Nah, kalau misalnya jawabannya B, was settled 26 years after Williamsburg, itu juga salah. Kenapa? Karena di teks itu mengatakan kalau misalnya si Williamsburg itu didirikan 26 tahun setelah si Jamestown, bukan sebaliknya. Nah, sementara si C ini yaitu was the first permanent English colony in America, itu jawabannya benar. Karena persis tulisan itu ada di teks. Kalau misalnya the first permanent English colony in America, itu in America, and America was still at Jamestown. Nah, itu contoh kalau state detail jawabannya itu langsung ada di bacaan atau dari teks tersebut. Jadi yang dapat saya simpulkan kalau misalnya di teks di skill 3 ini itu menjelaskan kalau misalnya si jawabannya itu pasti ada di teksnya. Oke, next skill. Skill 4. You will sometimes be asked in the reading section of both the paper TOEFL test and the computer TOEFL test to find an answer that is not stated or not mentioned are not true in the passage. This type of question rarely means that three of the answer are stated, mentioned, or true is the passage, while one answer is not. It's not. You should note that there are two kits of answer to this type of question. One, there are three true answers and one that is not true according to the passage. Or two, there are three true answers and one that is not mentioned in the passage. Look at multiple choice example from the TOEFL test to paper TOEFL test that asks you to find the one answer that is not true. So, example from the paper TOEFL test. The passage in English. There are many different kinds of expression that people use to give a name to anything whose name is unknown or momentarily forgotten. Line 5. The word gadget is one such word. It was first used by British sailors in the 1950 and probably came from the French or gadget, which was a small hook in everyday use. The word has a more general meaning. Other words are also used to give a name to something, a name or unknown, and these words tend to be somewhat imaginative. Some of the more commonly used expressions are what they called it, what was it? Oh, thing of my book, thing I imagine, do that or the do hiki. So the question, which of the following is not true about the word gadget? A. It is used to name something when the name is not known. B. It was used at the beginning of the 19th century. C. It most likely came from a word in the French language. D. It first known use was by British sailors. So the answer is A. It is used to name something when the name is not known. Why? So because sesuai sama teks. Di teksnya juga dijelasin kalau misalnya si expression that people use to give a name to anything whose name is unknown or momentarily forgotten. Kalau misalnya jawabannya itu B, Kalau misalnya jawabannya itu B, itu tidak. So, kalau misalnya yang jawabannya B itu salah. Kenapa? Karena di jawaban yang B itu, it was used at the beginning of the 19th century. Nah, kenapa salah? Karena teks ini tuh ngatain kalau misalnya tahun 1850-an, pertengahan abad ke-19, bukan awal abad ke-19. Karena ini pernyataan dengan teks, maka not true, tidak benar. Begitu. Lalu kalau misalnya yang jawabannya C, jawaban yang C, jadi yang jawaban C dan yang jawabannya B itu benar. Kenapa? Karena di sini di teks juga ngejelasin kalau misalnya it most likely came from a word in the French language. Benar, karena teks itu nyambung sama ada yang di teks, it was first used by British sailors in the 1850 gitu. Yang D juga benar. Yang B. Yang B itu it was used at the beginning of the 19th century. Nah, begitu. Oke, lanjut ke skill 5. Find pronoun reference. In the reading section of both the paper TOEFL test and the computer TOEFL test, you will sometimes be asked to determine to which noun a pronoun refers. Pronoun reference questions are approached a bit differently on the paper TOEFL test and the computer TOEFL test. On the paper test, pronoun reference questions are multiple choice questions, while on the computer test, pronoun reference questions are click on questions. Other type of pronoun reference question test the some language skill. In a pronoun reference question, it is important to understand that a noun is generally used first in a passage and the pronoun that refers to it comes after. Whenever you are asked which noun a pronoun refers to, you should look before the pronoun to find the noun. Look at the multiple choice example of a pronoun reference question from the paper triple test. So, example from the paper triple test. The passage carnivorous plants, such as the sundew and the Venus flytrap, are generally found in humid areas where there is an inadequate supply of nitrogen in the soil. In order to survive, these plants have developed mechanisms to trap insects within their foliage. They have the stiff fleet to obtain the necessary nitrogen from the insect. These plants trap the insect in variety of ways. The sundew has sticky hairs on its leaves. When an insect lands of these leaves, it gets caught up in the sticky hairs and the leaf wraps itself around the insect. The question: the pronoun they in line 5 refers to. So, A. Humid areas. B. These plants. C. Insects. D. In dejective fleet. So this answer B. These plants. Why? Because A. Humid areas. Karena daerah tidak bisa option nitrogen. Kalau misalnya si B itu these plants itu benar, karena alasannya kata D itu langsung merujuk ke this plant subjek terdekat sebelum kata day. Nah, kalau misalnya si insects salah, karena itu serangga itu justru menjadi sumber nitrogen, bukan yang mengambil si nitrogennya tersebut. Nah, kalau D digestive fluids itu salah juga, karena cairan itu tidak bisa option ke nitrogen. Okay, so thank you for watching and thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.